This is a video tutorial to go over how to do a assignment or multiple assignments in a given week virtually online. And so this is a unit of study in biology called Ecosystem Matter Energy. And I've listed here the targets and what the students should know and be able to do by the end of that unit. The approximate time for the student to complete everything in this chart, it will take them about 60 minutes approximately. It's very important to give specific times, approximate times for each task, so that the students understand the time commitment needed for the certain task. The lesson plan is divided up into an engage section, explain, apply, and evaluate. In this particular unit of study, the first part is engage. The student is to read the article, which should take them about 5 minutes. The article is actually linked in this form, in this actual document. So they would go through and they would read this article about bald eagle populations and how they're soaring in Ohio. From that, the hope is that they would be able to complete a Google form that assesses their understanding of the bald eagle population, and hopefully it allows them to make connections between the article and what they're about to do. In this case, the actual Google form would not be linked in the student lesson plan that would be on Google Classroom. That would be a separate assignment in Google Classroom. This is the assignment that the student would go to, and they, in this particular instance, it's called Engage, so you want to title it the part of the lesson plan, Engage, and then did you read it, do you see it? Answer the following questions after completing the Engage section of our weekly lesson plan. So the students would answer these questions. There's embedded video to make connection to it, so that's the see it. The read it is the actual article. So they're making connections between documents that are all about science literacy and then making the connection to an actual video. And in this case also, they are analyzing data and providing evidence for claims that they would make. So that would be the first thing. Altogether, that should take them about 10 minutes. About 5 minutes to read the article and another 5 minutes to complete the Google form of Engage. The second part of this weekly lesson is the explain. These are simply videos of me teaching. So again, these videos are actually linked in the student copy so that they can go directly to the video. One of the reasons why you want to have those student copies with links to videos in the actual template is because otherwise, if you submitted these links as separate announcements on Google Classroom, the student's going to end up getting like a gazillion different emails of all of these changes to their Google Classroom. So try to put all the links here. The only thing that's separate from this, again, is what they're going to do after completing it to prove that they learned it. Okay? So altogether for this section, it's only about 10 minutes long of 3 different lessons. In this case, they're not expected to take notes. They're not expected to do anything. You can just watch it as many times as they want. The next part of the lesson plan is apply. In this case here, the students are to watch 2 videos to refine their understanding of ecosystems in a real-world setting. The total amount of time, again, is actually provided here for the students to understand the amount of time that they need to commit to this part. So in this case, the student would click on this link. It would go to an ecosystem lesson. In this lesson is actually an application of what they've learned in the previous section of Explain, where the students will hear and listen to the teacher teach. After they watch these 2 videos, they complete the assignment in the Google Classroom titled Apply Real World Application. So once they complete Apply, they will go and they will see this Google form. And this Google form provides them an opportunity to apply what they learned into a new scenario. And they just, in this case, instead of the student writing a whole paragraph, to make it a little bit easier as a teacher, you may want to provide some framework of what they should be thinking, and then they would just check all that apply for their thoughts. This is just another way to virtually teach, where they're just selecting some options and also really kind of giving them guidance on that. After apply is the last part of the lesson plan template called evaluate. In this case, the students are to watch 3 observation videos. They are to select one of the videos that interest them most and then complete the Google form in Google Classroom. This is the last form of assessment for the kids to showcase their understanding of what they need to know and be able to do. And in this case, this is what the actual Google form looks like. There's a little bit of an introduction. We're challenging them to think like scientists after having completed all those previous assignments. Here are the 3 videos that they are to watch. They are to select which one they want to investigate. And then questions 2 through 4 are their observation skills needed, and there's guidance there for them to scaffold them into what they should be writing. Another observation, did you notice any trends or patterns? And then again, as a final assessment for them to prove that they can, or that they do understand ecosystems and how matter cycles and energy flows, they would select which ones they would think were applicable and then submit it. So again, some final thoughts. You have a student copy of the lesson plan template in Google Classroom as one announcement. And then there would be, in this case example, 3 assignments that would then be posted for that week. And the students are to complete those 3 assignments in that order. It might be a good idea too to number them, as I've done here, number 1, 2, and 3, so that the students know numerically like which one they do first and so on. So hopefully this helps. Good luck in these trying times, and go Titans!